Indianapolis will host the NBA Finals again after 25 years.
Way too long.
Woo, as the Pacers take on the Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 3.
And to talk to us about both teams' preparations ahead of a crucial matchup, we got one sports correspondent, Carlo Pamintuan, live from Indiana. Good evening from Manila, Carlo.
Good morning from Indianapolis. The vibe is immaculate here in the city of Indianapolis, in the state of Indiana, because they're all eager to watch the Pacers again perform in the finals. As you said, after 25 long years, everyone is excited. Lahat ng buildings may mga Pacers logos, may mga finals logos, because they're just all ready to welcome their team back from those first two games in OKC.
Well, Carlo, we know that it's a day or two before actual tip-off. Pero right around this time, usually the city is already going crazy with promos in restaurants and parades and all that. What have you experienced there? What's the mood of the city right now?
Ganun talaga. It's still a little bit calm now, and the game will be later, no, at 8:30 p.m. So it's on the day of the game. So we are expecting everything to ramp up, maybe starting lunchtime, around 12 noon here, because the police already talked about the traffic schemes and go early because they're expecting thousands and thousands of fans to watch here inside the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And it's not just the 18,000 that will be watching in the venue behind me. There will also be a watch party right beside it to my right, to welcome the overflow that is expected a little later on.
All right, well, this is actually also the first time that they'll play in front of their home crowd this entire series. So obviously this is a much bigger deal than we can imagine for them. Let's talk about, you know, the Pacers, and even if they're coming off a loss, what's it looking like for tomorrow's matchup?
Imagine how long the wait was. It was June 16 of year 2000 when they last hosted an NBA Finals game. Back then, it was Reggie Miller and Jalen Rose and Rick Smits and Austin Crozier who was leading the Indiana Pacers going up against Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. Even some of the players of Indiana were not even born yet during those times. So
wow.
The excitement has been palpable. You can really feel it. I mean, we talked to Ben Shepherd, one of their off-the-bench players. He said his parents have not even met yet in the year 2000. That is how long ago it has been. So you know that they are eager, they're ready to cheer for their squad, and they are just ready to welcome them back, because OKC was loud. It was really loud in Oklahoma City, as we've seen through the packages of boom and dip. But now they're ready to even match that intensity here in Indianapolis.
You know what we love, Carlo? We feel your excitement all the way here in the studio. We know how excited you are to witness Game 3, but we also want to ask about the Thunder. I'm sure you've had time to, at the very least, see them, no, in media day or maybe in practice. But what's the mood looking like for OKC? Are they confident coming into Indiana?
I think what Coach Mark Daigneault said was very apt. He said it's a combination of preparation and openness. Preparation because you have to be ready to do what you need to do to be able to react to what you saw in game number 2 and then make your adjustments in game 3. But he also said openness, because in a 7-game series, you never really know what is coming your way, especially going up against a coach, an NBA champion coach, and Rick Carlisle. There could be a multitude of options that Indiana could pull off. So yes, OKC is preparing for what could happen here in game 3, but they're also prepared to throw everything away and adjust if Indiana changes things up in their third matchup, because we all know how important Game 3 is. When a series is tied 1-1, the winner of Game 3 wins the series 75% of the time. They know how important this is, and they will play accordingly.
All right, well, do we dare ask you for your fearless forecast, Carlo? Because Indiana got...
He's shaking his head.
No, he's already saying no. No, because we've seen
I'm just
the
saying
last
that,
second heroics from Halliburton in Game 1, and then obviously bumawi Game 2.
For Indiana to have a real shot at winning game number 3, they cannot go behind by double digits again. They've been hounded by slow starts. They've had to overcome a double-digit lead in game 1. They were not able to do it in game 2. When you're chasing from behind, especially a good team like OKC, so many things can go wrong. So for them to have a good start, they need Tyrese Halliburton to score more than his average of 4.5 points in the first half. They need an aggressive start, and it's just fitting that it is here in the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, because usually your crowd will give you the energy that you need to really power a hot run.
All right. There, see? Ayaw pa sumagot. Ang haba ng sagot. Tingnan mo to si Carlo.
Ready siya. Thank you so
Always
much.
ready. Thank you for that. That was One Sports' Carlo Pamintuan reporting live from Indiana.